Hello, I'm Anna Kasatkina and you're watching today's InstaForex news. The British pound is threatened by the politics as much as by the economy. In summer, the pound was trading in the favourable area. The coalitional government promised to reduce the governmental expenditures, thus eliminating the impendence of the credit rating downgrade. Besides, the economic data allow considering that regardless of the British economic growth deceleration, the advance can appear above the expectations. However, autumn came in bringing gloomy colours to the pound prospects. The economic advance seems to stabilize at lower levels. Nonetheless, home prices continue declining, the wages appreciation is minimal, the unemployment level remains high, and the consumer confidence is rather weak. As a result, the risk of deflation emerges. The Bank of England has hardly any plans of further actions. On the one hand, Adam Posen appeals for an additional quantitative easing in order to avoid the second recession wave. On the other hand, Andrew Santons, the well-known advocate of a tighter monetary policy, insists on the interest rates enhancement, and as the global economic rehab is slowing up, the discussions related to the quantitative easing are held not only in Britain. Japan keeps making money injections in its financial system. The US Federal Reserve is expected to declare further bonds purchases during its meeting in November. Even the European Central Bank can be forced to follow the examples of other central banks if the sovereign debt anticipations persist in decreasing the investors' sentiment. Everything points to the fact that Britain is not the only country to face the declining yield. Consequently, the pound is not a sole currency to lose its attractiveness. However, the pound can be affected by the politics to a great extent. The investors become more nervous closer to the 20th of October, the day of the governmental expenditures release. The overall volume of the expenditures reduction, assuming the decrease of the governmental department's expenditures by 25–40%, is considered unprecedented in the British post-war history. This measure has probably impressed the IMF, though the expenses lowering will start hurting the country's economy, which is already on wane at the beginning of 2011. This news is hardly welcome for the coalition, as its ability to provide the expenditures reduction will be thrown into question. However, the most difficult thing for the government will be to convince the society in the necessity to narrow the expenses. This was the latest financial news provided to you by InstaForex. Thank you for watching us, and goodbye.